Hi and welcome to Outwell and to our Montana 4 from our deluxe collection. This is a 3-room tunnel design tent with 2 bedrooms across the back that can sleep up to 4 people. A couple of defining features of the Montana 4 are this large rain-safe entrance on the side here, which is created using this alloy pole. You can see that's going to give you shelter from any drizzle coming into the main section of the tent. Also a really good area perhaps to use as a storage sort of area with kitchen units and things like this. Across the front of the tent, we also have a rain-safe entrance here too, thanks to this canopy which is pre-attached to the front. Again, just stopping any rain or drizzle from getting into the main front door. So the door itself is a good size, so nice and easy to get all your kit in and out of the tent. And what you will find here is when you zip the door closed, you'll find a large window on there with its own curtain. And also just behind there, you'll find that the door also has a large mesh panel on there, so that can be zipped across, allowing lots of cool fresh air into the tent, but keeping out those unwanted insects. Stepping back into the tent itself, you'll see there's plenty of space in here. I'm quite tall, about 1.95 m, and you can see I can stand up no problem at all in here. Space-wise around the tent, well, you can see again lots of space here for things like furniture and storage units and things like this. I think it's accentuated by the large windows all the way around the tent, allowing lots of light in here, making it feel that little bit more spacious too. If you do want a little bit more privacy, you'll find that each of the windows in here does have a curtain, which you can just see is rolled away at the moment, just down behind this table. But what we can do with that curtain is just unroll it either halfway up the window, or we can fully close it as well. Then at the top of the window, you'll see that we have a good sized ventilation panel here, which corresponds with outside ventilation on the tent too. At the back is where you'll find the bedrooms, and as I said at the beginning, this tent can sleep up to 4 people across 2 bedrooms. Now, just to highlight that these bedrooms actually come pre-attached in the tent, so the first time you go to pitch it, they're already there for you, so that's a job that you don't need to worry about. How they are attached is using our wave-shaped hanging point system here. It's quite stylish finish to it, but also it's very functional in that it takes any stress off of the top seam of the bedrooms. Then, just to highlight some other features on the bedrooms, the doors themselves, you'll just see here, have a mesh panel on the front, keeping you well ventilated within the bedrooms. Also, we have some storage pockets on the outside too. You'll then notice that there is a zip just in the middle here, and that is part of our universal inner, and we'll just show you now how that works. Inside the bedrooms, we have plenty of features to highlight here as well. Across the back, we have a large ventilation panel, again keeping you cool and comfortable within here, and that does correspond to outside ventilation panels on the fly sheet too. Just down here, you'll see that we also have some handy storage pockets, ideal for your smaller personal possessions. And then separating the 2 sides of the bedroom, you have this full zipped sheet, which can be fully opened up to create one large bedroom, or as you've just seen here, as 2 separate. Just at the front of the tent here, if we can manage to show you, we have this lantern hanging point just up at the top, just here. And then what you'll find is leading away from that, we have cable tidies which run down just behind this table. So if I move this out the way for you, you should be able just to see in here that we have the cable entry point at the side porch. What that allows you to do is just bring your cables into the tent without actually having any cables running through the doorways. Also, while I'm down here, I'd just like to highlight the ground sheet. Now, in this tent, within the main body, you'll find that from front to back and side to side, it is fully sealed. You can see it just comes up at the edges as well, so it's a bathtub style ground sheet. So that's going to stop any drafts from coming in, it's going to keep out any sort of dust and dirt and things like that. And also hopefully keep out those unwanted bugs too. Also, just in that side storage point there, or rain-safe entrance, there's exactly the same material there as well, but it's a toggled sort of version. So what we'll do now is just show you some features on the outside of the tent, starting with the fly sheet that we use. So this is our Outex 4000. This is a polyester material, which is actually 75 denier. It's PU coated on the inside of it. It has fully taped seams all the way around here. Very durable, totally waterproof as well, with a hydrostatic head of 4,000mm. If I move around here, I'll then just point out the frame to you. So in the main section of the tent, you have two steel poles here giving you that sort of solid and stable structure. Then at the back you'll find a Duratec fiberglass pole, and on the front at that canopy that we showed you earlier on, you'll see we're using another one there too. All of the poles have been colour coded as well, just to make sure that when it comes to pitching the tent, you should find it nice and simple and easy to put up, making sure you get the right pole in the right place. Some other features then on the outside here, we have the large ventilation panels, which again we highlighted from inside the tent. And if I just lift this up, you'll see that's where the mesh panel is. If you want, you can get rid of that once it gets a little bit too chilly, just simply by taking the Velcro tabs off and closing that down like so. So something else we can now show you is the wind stabilizer system, which comes as part of this tent, and we'll just show you what you would do to attach that. So very simply, when it comes to pitching the tent, we take these straps, we wrap them around the poles and fasten in place using the Velcro strap here. You find that at the top and at the bottom of all the poles from front to back have these on there, and that's where our guy lines are attached. So when we pull the guy lines out and peg them into position, you actually pull the entire fly sheet against the frame of the tent, making sure that it's going to stand up to even the strongest of winds. The guy lines themselves, you'll have just seen there, are our classic luminous guy lines, so hopefully that's going to stop you from tripping over them quite as easily. You'll also find each one of these has its own retainer, so when it comes to taking down the tent, we can wrap these up in our hands and pop them in there so that the next time we come to use the tent, you don't have a sort of big mess of guy lines to spend time untangling. Something else that we provide with this tent is the easy pegging system. That's where we give you 3 different types of pegs. We give you the solid steel pegs for the corners of the tent, so these will become your anchor pegs. We then have the luminous pegs here for all of the luminous guy lines, and we have the black plastic pegs for all of the black pegging points around the side of the tent as well. So really it's in the name there, the easy pegging system, making sure that it's easy for you to make sure you get the right peg in the right place. So just to finalise, there are a few optional extras available for this tent, including a footprint that can go under the ground sheet. There's a carpet for the living area, which you've already seen in there, just giving you that extra luxurious feel inside the tent. And there's also a front extension available for those who might wish for a little bit extra storage space on the outside. So there you have it, that's all the features of our Montana 4 from our deluxe collection. Thank you very much for watching.